Nothing ready, yeah. I'm going to be doing your interview. Okay. There's a lot of podcasts.
All right, I think we're live now. I don't know. You want to let me see if I can share the link so you monitor it from your. I want to send it to Librarian Association page, so you monitor it from there. See whether it's working. Then the other groups are talking.
Put in the share with the gallons.
So you want to go to your Librarian Association page and see whether you just send it to the super. We can monitor us from there.
Yeah. Get live.
But I think we should be live now. We should be right. We should be camera should be clear. You can click on that screen. You see it there. See what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my name is John Now. As you all know, I'm John Now from Radio VIMA. I'm here this beautiful afternoon.
You must have get share your screen. You must have get share your screen.
Yeah, let's share something more. And you can share to other people too. So what are you trying to get his screen? I'm John Now.
We'll have a so they have to
You do your volume over there. You do your volume for that. So whatever you are, wherever you're watching us from, like I said this morning, I was on a podcast this morning. I said, I want to make this a habit to get in touch with people who are doing extraordinary things for Mama Liberia. And I think Tom Corey and his wife, they seem to be doing something back home. So I decided to come in this morning to talk to them to see what they are doing back home. Maybe you might not know what they are doing back home. You might try to downplay the effort they are making. So this afternoon, I'm here with Mr. Tom Jagonti Corey. Let me see. I want to feel him. Do demonstrate that this is working. Why did the screen? Why did the screen? Yeah, he's a technocrat in his era, so he's going to help us out. But just if you're watching us, just share this feed, share the interview, share this thing. Let other people to know what's going on in our community. It's the whole essence of what we are doing this afternoon. Get people to know that despite all what we go through, we still try to do our best to help everybody. Doing what he and his wife, what they are doing back home in Liberia. See yourself?
No.
It's a bit because I seen it up to you. I don't know.
That's a full screen.
Let me see what I do like this. You see yourself?
No, it's showing that one. Camera
The
stick.
camera over there in the middle, go back to the camera.
Yeah.
So we'll go back to it. Yeah. Change the camera this way.
The first. Okay.
They go now, right?
Yeah.
You can get a whole full screen. So sorry for the interference. So this afternoon I'm here with Tom Corey. Tom Corey and his wife mommy, they run a foundation back home in Liberia. And on behalf of Radio VIMA, I decided to come this afternoon to talk to Tom to know what's going on back home, what they are doing back home. There are a couple of people within our community doing a lot of stuff back home. Also, we got the Johnsons, Cian Johnson and his wife, they're doing some educational thing back home. Elijah Yonder, he's doing something back home. But we want to take our time this time to make sure we talk to people who are doing extraordinary things back home, people who are doing things back home. We might be talking to the Johnsons, we might be talking to Elijah, or we won't be talking to a couple of people that don't want him back home. I'm John now. You know me, I've been out of this thing for a very long time. But I'm John now from Radio VIMA. I decided to come and talk to Tom Corey and Mommy Corey this afternoon to see what they are doing. Tom is there with me. I will be talking to Tom. After that, we'll take a tour to see how they're doing the food, what is the process going on. Tom will give us more details of how things going to be going like. So Corey, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. John. Jardine, fucking now.
It'll been a very long time.
Yeah, big brother.
Happy to see you.
Good to see you too.
It's been a very long time. I'm happy we're about to get into this conversation.
Absolutely.
Like I said, this is Radio VIMA and this is Tom Deconti Corey. I always call him Tom Deconti Corey. I don't know why I always put the Deconti Corey there, but I know he's Tom J.O.B. Corey. And once he was my chief butler. Yeah, Tom Deconti Corey. So let's dive into this conversation. You're doing a full sip today. First of all, you want to give a little bit of history about yourself, how the idea came about to establish this organization, you and your beautiful wife. Yeah.
It was a driven moment for us. Going back home and seeing that the kids who are roaming the street 24/7, selling retail markets for the family to feed on, and going back home to provide, living for the family after 6 p.m. Because I spoke with a lot of kids when I went back home. I've been to Liberia 4 different times. And the first time I went to Liberia 2019, visiting my family, my parents, my brothers and sisters, I decided to do a tour in Banga, Kakata, and Monrovia itself. But looking at those environs, Mr. Nye, it was a tricky moment for me because I spoke with a few kids in the street, especially at Rayla Market in Pinsby. And same ages around 8 years, so like maybe 13, 14 years, or selling like cotton balls, cigarettes, CD, let's say a sort of goods in the hands, And then when these children talk to you, you listen to their story, it becomes so sad. And we get all these opportunity link and connections in this great country of opportunity. And we need to make some impact. In the lives of those less fortunate kids. For me, I like to focus on children and women. Most people say I like to, advocate for women because at most time it's like in life, these women, they go through a lot bringing us onto this earth as children. And I saw a lot of single women in Liberia, men are having kids by women and just dash them with the kids and they are suffering. They will call people that we don't know from nowhere in this world. But just knowing it from the corner to call you, ask you to pay the kids' school fee, ask you for even $10 to buy their rest to eat. And those are things that really kind of got to me and my wife while visiting Liberia a couple of times. And we decided to embark on this journey by supporting at least 10 children that we don't know from nowhere. It has become so frustrating because it is our responsibility as society to ensure that children have access to education. And them leaving them vulnerable in the community, you put them into a lot of risk. Some of the factors are they become raped, they go into teenage prostitution, some of them get killed based on ritual, habits in the country. Some get lost and found, and children are displaced. And when we saw these things, we decided that let us help. So we targeted a village where my wife from, Belafana district.
Mm-hmm.
We went there, we took about 10 kids from there, and we decided to help. And I will tell you, the kids are not living with their parents. We don't even know their parents, some of them. But because they spoke the same vernacular as my wife, and that's our home time, we decided to help children from that village to impact their lives through education. And as I speak to you, they live on our property. They don't live in anybody's house. We have 2 houses that we're building, 3 houses in total, and 2 there, almost 2, 1 finished and 1 almost finished. And we put the kids in there and we put them in school. We put them in private school. And as I speak to you, the oldest one among them, which has the name of my wife, Lapu. She just graduated from Clawea Nursing School. And I was fortunate to be in Liberia, and I was able to attend that program with Dr. Poto, Robert Poto. He myself spoke on that program. And it was a journey seeing her going through every step, and she was focused. She didn't get distracted from anything, societal behavior, or any nature of that would keep her going in the wrong perspective. But we were happy to have her completing her education. And now taking which right now she's doing like application job at one clinic in on Jamaica Road. I would just told her to go there and practice to learn. It's not about the money right now, but we want to keep her in her profession because that's something she has passion about. So she's doing nursing, and we continue to keep her in our sleeves and make sure that she get a requisite education for her future. So right now we're thinking of putting her into mother pattern to advance her study.
So before you go further down, let's just have the fine line. Let's just clear this line out. So I know, or some people, you guys have a foundation, right?
No, it's not really a foundation. We just have to.
Oh, you guys, it's a scholarship program.
Yeah, scholarship program.
This is where I want to draw the fine line.
Yeah.
Because I know some people they build schoolhouses and it's
Yeah.
like a foundation, but you guys are giving scholarship to people.
Yeah.
Giving scholarship. Oh, then you want to continue? Yeah.
Yeah. So besides the schooling we do for them, we also provide feeding and lodging for them.
Mhm.
They stay with us, and we monitor them, track them, the activity, make sure they get all the necessity they need in life, that they can go into the street to become someone vulnerable tomorrow. That is our focus and what we've been doing for the past 10 years.
So it's just like a boarding where you have like people, for example, boarding is like when people on like a campus on campus.
No, in a personal home.
In a personal home. You want people to monitor them,
yes.
You focus on academic activities and
absolutely
like
yeah. We have two older ladies there, Tita and Deborah. They track those children movement. And as I speak to you, there's one little girl that came that she couldn't even speak English, but now see her composition. When that little girl texts you, you will not even believe she's the one came from the village. So that's what we want for our country. It's not only that giving back through maybe food or clothing, but I'll be honest with you, education plays a huge impact in our community right now, because you can even give back providing healthcare. They need education. Into the technocrat era, they need education. You must know how to read and write. So that should be a paramount concern for us.
What would you say would be you and your vision? Because vision is like putting your ideas together and what you really want to target. What would be your vision, you and your wife? So with this scholarship thing you guys are doing?
In the long-term goal, we just want to make sure that they can meet timeline for the future, be sustainable, and have something to work with for life. And then in the future, we're thinking about maybe establishing into a foundation, or maybe doing like a how you call it, helping maybe
A scholarship
scholarship. We want to make sure that we do like they have this program in Liberia. People take people children, put them into
put it into like none of the care to put it into like orphanage
something. We're thinking about doing that. And in the long run, we have the land space, but we're thinking about doing that, building like an orphanage. Yeah,
orphanage will incorporate they go to school.
Absolutely.
On the
skills training, providing resource for them, transportation, feeding, and then maybe in the future we can partner with some donors to help in providing those necessity and things they need within the program. So, Mr. Now,
do these things, it doesn't come easy. Let's do a little bit of calculation when it comes to the finances and things. How much do you think it will cost like to cater to one kid, just one kid? Because I know other organizations, or churches in Worcester, they run foundation and they ask people to either support one kid at a time. Maybe somebody else listen to us out there, they want to support one kid. How much would you think it would cost just one kid for a year?
Yeah,
including their education, their feeding.
Yeah,
you already have place where they live already.
Exactly. For those children to reach their full educational potential, you're targeting because right now the schools in Liberia, we don't pay in Liberian dollars.
Everything
is US dollar. Yeah. You check a junior high school right now, besides government school, private schools that children go to, you check between around $350 to $430 per semester, or annually for some of the schools that the children go to. And that's a lot of money. But we try our best to take that out of our pocket to put those children in school. Someone in Catholic school, someone in ordinary private schools, no one go to government schools. So
Private schools are
private schools
very
are very
expensive.
expensive.
Very expensive. Yeah.
So it is why it is doing these things for these children back home in Liberia. The financial implication is high, but we are blessed that my wife and myself have been opportunity to have jobs, and God bless us that we can move every day to go to work, take care of the roof over our heads here, and provide means for other people back home. So that has been a dream for us. And in the future, as Joan just asked me about, those are things we want to look at, creating an orphanage program for those children. And maybe we can start asking for partners and donors, or we can send buses that they don't have to spend money on transportation. We can have our own buses with our logo on it, and we'll have drivers taking the schools, the zero localities, and then back and forth. All we have to do, provide maintenance for those vehicles, fuel, and then do salaries for the drivers.
So that is a big plan. Well, you listen to Tom Curry, you out there, you run a foundation, or you plan to run a foundation. It's not easy to run a foundation. I know a couple of people in Worcester State run foundation. The Johnsons run a foundation. Elijah run a foundation. Taylor Grisby run a foundation. A couple of people run a foundation. If you are running a foundation, what are you going through? What are things you really want to talk about? Yeah, call me one of these days. Let's sit and talk. Let people get to know what you're doing. Tell me what they are doing. Let's come back to the food sale itself. What brought the whole idea of a food sale? What do you think you're going to generate from the food sale?
They just for the creating an awareness. This is our first, for the last 11 years, this is our first food sale we ever done to target such.
So for the past time, you guys have been taking it from your paycheck,
from our personal paycheck.
You must be
Money
an expert accountant in doing
no,
this.
we've been managing all our little financial resources we have to provide for our own kids and then take care of other people's children. So yeah, that been something easy. We work from paycheck to paycheck, and we make sure that those children get the quality life they deserve when it comes to education. And with the food sale, this is our first food sale, and we might elected want to do it maybe 3 times a year, and that
like a quarterly thing.
And then I would tell you that, trust me, every breakdown of how much money we make, our postal information, people here can attest to my record when it comes to finances. I will post them on these platforms so that people can see that what we did. Well, even we don't have generate much money from that, but the idea we just want to create awareness so that people can know how some of us or some people within the community thinking about Mama Liberia and impacting lives of other children in Liberia.
There are a lot of people out there too who have different ideas. What we advise to other people who already into it, like I said, the Johnsons and other people. What we advise to other people who want to get into what you're doing.
Okay, what I want you guys to do is we may not serve the entire Liberia, but if you want to do such thing, try to target certain population, age, and then look at your budgeting because it comes with funds, and then you can think about helping our people. We don't have to give back to government, but we can give back to our community for which the children live in or women live in. Let me share something with you. The other time, I'm from Makale in the background, from the diocese of Banga, Bongate, and where I grew up. I grew up in St. Peter's Clever School in Bremba, so they moved to Banga with my father. I lived there where I went to school, everything, and I know the outreach and how the parish function because I was part of CYO, CMO. I joined the choir and I was audible as well. I served mass on a lot of bishops and priests and fathers around the country. So I decided to send barrels back home, and I was able to send at least 2 barrels back home for children and women. They were all clothing, and my father was able to deliver those things to the priest, and I have videos and footage that they even sent me from the parish that those things were taking on parishioner outreach into the villages for people. So those are the access sneakers, shoes, clothes for babies, children growing up, assorted items needed for women and children. And they were so grateful. And when I went back home, they were even able to honor my father just for that in the church, telling me that your son did well for us by taking him where he came from. So those are things we should be looking at, in our community. It's not just going back home, have the best of fun, but try to impact your community and give back to your country because the government cannot do all by itself. They need our help, and we can do that through philanthropic ways or by sponsoring 1 or 2 persons into different programs, schools, scholarship, provided food. If you can even take If you say you don't want to do scholarship, you say nothing. I'll provide 100 bag of rice for the community that I come from in Liberia, and maybe every Christmas they can do distribution like that in your community. That's something that will help people in the community. People need food to eat. Spread food is very important in that country. So these are ways we can help our people. If you want to buy uniforms for students, that's another thing. If you want to pay school fees, that's another thing. If that child is going to school and need transportation, and you want to honor the cost of transportation for setting number of students in the community, those are a lot of things you invest into it. You don't have to take the whole holistic approach into a philanthropic organization where you can target a portion of it and say, no, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to help with my country, Liberia. And that will help a lot. If you just want to donate clothes to maybe to some orphanage programs in Liberia, that can help. You can get a lot of clothes around here, clean them, carry to the laundromat, wash them, go, they bag them, and then you ship it back home. That's what I did.
So for our conversation, I think I'm trying to diagnose the whole problem that your whole image is like targeting with females.
Yeah.
Females, they're leaving the guys out.
Yeah.
Why are you so particular about females?
Because I see that a lot of women in Liberia are vulnerable. Despite age, whether they're from 13 years old or motherhood, there are a lot of single women. If I show you my cash app from people that I just don't
you just text you, don't know you.
My child did not. We don't have food for this weekend.
I go through all that a lot.
Can you just send me $10 to buy curry to put in my meter? Can you just send me $20 to buy food for my children this weekend? I need money to pay my children's school fee. Those are things. And then when you actually interview somebody, and then I will ask a question. Then I don't want to do it or to give help. I will ask question: where are the kids' father? Where is the kid dad? And then I'll begin to explain this sad story. And then not only knowing that, when I went back, I visited the two parents' homes in Liberia. The 2 months, my background investigation. I don't want to get whatever you got in one money. Yeah. So I visited homes and see some of the children. And when they say, what's wrong? They should say, oh, that baby talking on the phone. I'm not saying anybody. That's how I love to give back to my country. But I don't want to also focus just on, I want to do you want to do something big, but you want to try to break your cost, try to break your intent into different components that you want to help Liberia with. Because if you say you want to do all, you're going to, that's your financial constraint. You'll string yourself to, and then at the end of the day, you say, oh, let me cut off these things that I'm doing because you want it consistent. Yeah. You want it consistent. So you want to look at budget allotment. You want to look at the population you want to target and what group of people you want to target and what things you want to do for those people. That should be your focus when you want to help.
Well, one thing I did not hear from you when you were doing your when you're planning all this stuff, did you target a particular part of Monrovia or particular part of Liberia?
Yeah,
like a demarcation.
Yes, I did.
So let me just focus on people from so clinic. Let me focus on people from this area. And what would be the reason why you selected that area?
Yeah, because I noticed that when you look along the Peaceville Belt, you have people that live there impoverished on a serious note. And then when you come across the Kesselly area, you come Chocolate City, you come to Jikota, you come across Banave, you see that way you see those children who are really struggling. You see them a lot in the street. And I know people want to focus on drugs, but that is a big fish.
If you can grab a fish by the head, grab it by the teeth, that's the idea you understand.
Exactly. Because if you don't have the proceeds to target drugs at this point in time, because the government is also doing that, and that the government need to invest more into healthcare and look at these rehabilitation centers to be built for these people to take them off the street. That's the only way you can contain drugs in that country. But you cannot run behind them in the street and say that's the solution. If you don't build centers for them and get them off the street, provide vocational training and skills program for them, those people will never leave the street.
Find a way to reincorporate it back into the
society.
Yeah.
That's the way you do it as a government. So the government need to pump more money into the recast budget on healthcare, looking at the psychological approach, and they need more doctors in that country when it comes to healthcare and SAC issue. Because those people you take it from the street, their minds are blown up with a lot of situations. Not only the drugs, because you look at case management, you look at skills and OT and PT, you look at the med treatment plan, you look at budgeting for transportation, you look at feeding. So there are a lot of things that comes with that whole healthcare thing when it comes to the SAC area. So I work in the behavioral psych as a unit coordinator. So I know what I'm talking. All those things that they approach to getting people off drugs.
Well, don't let's go deep into Liberian politics. Let's just keep it the way it is. Let's come back down to the food. What are people listening to us, watching us? What do we have available for them to come and buy? And what will be the preference for what we have?
For today, it's a flat rate on all the food. Anything you take is $20. We have grilled fish with salad. We also have grilled fish. You can have it with rice. And we have butterfly grilled chicken as well. And we have toboggi. We have pan butter. Also, it's really traditional food. Pan butter, we have it. And we have and some fufu and soup, good meat, and cow meat pepper soup. We also have dry rice with fried fish. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the menu for the day. Please stop by and support this one cause. And we hope to see you soon. Food is ready. We said 1 o'clock, but we are on time.
Always on time?
Always on time.
Always good to be on time. Always good to always be in a conversation with Tom and his wife. If you're out there doing something that you want people to know, just contact us. We will talk to you. We share these ideas. People need to give back. The better thing you can do is to give back to your community. And where else would be better than giving back to people in Liberia? I go through what you went through, Tom. People call me, people share, other people cry every time, want to know what's going on. But hey, your final words.
Yeah, my final word is that Mama Liberia is our priority. Let us not focus on the government, what it can do for us, but what can we do for our country? My people, Liberia is our home. We have nowhere to go. From here, back home. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to me. I hope you take something from this podcast and let us do our best for Mama Liberia. Thank you very much.
One thing I didn't get from you, you did not give me the address.
Okay.
The address.
The address is 7 Sherburne, SHERBURNE Avenue. It's in Worcester, 01606, Massachusetts. My wife is based in there. Maybe she wanted to say something, but I'm here. So please stop by and make your presence felt by.
Well, if you want to say something, you can call to you can come to the camera.
I think she's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, she said people
take care of everything already.
Just signal to me.
Take care of everything.
So,
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, please come and support. There's our little food sale to help children back home to pay their school fees, lodging, and feeding. It comes in with transportation as well. Thank you very much for your time and listening to me.
Well, thank you very much. That was Tom Curry. We just talked to Tom Curry. That was Tom Curry. Come and support a worthy cause. Support a worthy cause. He said $20 flat. Just one single note. You take away some fried fish, take away everything you want. Fried fish and dry rice. I'm going to have some fried fish and dry rice. I'm about to have some fried fish and dry rice. That's what we need to do. Call me anytime you have anything going on. Let's tell our people what's going on. If you own the Liberian Association WhatsApp, just share this. Also happening this evening at 5 o'clock at the ACE program will be a meeting, an educational meeting where a guy will be appearing to tell us about how we need to protect our lands and our deeds back home in Liberia. Charles, I don't know why Charles Yaman stay on the line. Charles, are you on the line? Charlie, are you on the line, Charlie? I will be joined by Charles. Let me just send this invite to Charles to see where I can Charles to come in. Let's talk about this meeting this evening. Let me bring Charles in. Charles, can you hear me? Charles. Charlie, are you there? Trying to connect with Charles, my people. You'll give me some time trying to connect with Charles. Charlie, I see you. Can you hear me, Charlie? All right, let me do this, ladies and gentlemen. We just talked to Tom. You guys just listen to Tom. But hey, like I said, if you're in Worcester, you have anything going on, you have anything you want us to talk about, let me know. Let's talk about it. Anything you Commissioner? Hey, what you say? Thank you, man. Nice to see you. Thank you. Yeah. I'm on a live feed. I'm live. Oh, you're live? Yeah, I'm on a live. That's all. You can sit down. Sit down. Charlie. Charlie, you hear me? Okay. Oh, Charlie. Charlie, can you hear me? Charlie, you hear me? Dang. Let me do this. So I'm trying to get in touch with Charles, but I'm not getting Charles. Charles, if you're hearing me, if you're not hearing me, those listening to me, this evening there'll be a meeting at 5 o'clock at the ACE program for those who own property in Liberia. Charles will be talking about that. Call me, Charles, call. Charles, I don't know what's going on. I'm not getting you, Charles. Not getting you, Charles. I don't know what's going on, Charles. I'm not getting you. But hey, this evening there'll be a meeting going on at the ACE program with Charles Nyama and the rest of the crew. Just to let you know, I'm not getting you, Charles. If you can call me, I will appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, Charles, I'm not getting you, so I gotta go off, Charles.